This is the 5 on 5 podcast presented by directmusicservice.com. I am Phenom. To my right, Jupiter Williams.
Yeah.
To my bottom left, coming live from sunny Las Vegas, it's Nick Lopez. And to my other bottom right, coming live from West Philadelphia, make some noise for DJ Aiden Scott, y'all.
Wait a minute, is it West Philly?
No, I do not live in West Philly. I live. It's funny because like the place I live in, we have a super good deal. It's like I couldn't afford to live where I live right now if it wasn't for having awesome landlords. I live. Who's been to Philly? Has anybody
I've been to Philly? Yep.
Old City, like where the Liberty Bell is, and, and like the Betsy Ross house.
Yep.
I live across the street from the Betsy Ross house.
Oh
wow.
So,
I'm in tourist central when we're not having a pandemic.
Yeah.
And it's so, but because I live in this neighborhood, like the house I live in, which is huge, it's not modern. So it's baseboard heat. It's window air conditioners. It's no storage space. There's like no closets. When they built this house, people owned 2 outfits maybe.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not. I'm a techie guy, which I assume probably most of you are too, because we're DJs and we like new gadgets. So I've like made this house as smart as it possibly can be with like Philips Hue lights and automatic doors and shit like that. But I need to move really to like have the Tony Stark house of my dreams.
Yes.
I know Travis likes that reference. I already see him chomping at the bit.
Colin?
All right, we'll get into it.
I love this reference. First
of all, from the very top, Mr. Aiden Scott, congratulations on the DMS. Yeah, go ahead and let's roll with that from the top. Tell them about that.
Wait, about what part of the DMS thing? I don't even know.
Are you an editor now on DMS, or because I heard on your stream?
Okay, so I mean, if I submitted edits, I'm sure Warren would put them on the site. So I could be an editor. I definitely need to do more editing, and actually recently I've been taking Ableton courses with Jimmy Needles. I don't know if you guys know who Jimmy Needles is, but he's a UK based. Essentially, he produces drum and bass, ghetto funk, like glitch hop, stuff like that. But I've been doing like I've become friends with so many people over the pandemic time. Like pandemic's actually been really good for networking for me.
Yeah.
But so I became friends with him, and he started a Patreon, which I do support because like I don't believe in, even if it's your homie, I kind of believe in like buying their music. Like I want to, if you have a Bandcamp, I want to buy your music. Like I'll spend $1 on your track. It's fine.
Sure.
And he had a Patreon that he's doing like every Thursday. We do like a 2 hour long Ableton Zoom session. So I've always had Ableton, and I make bootlegs with it, but I've recently started trying to get more into original production, and that's where I'm a complete newbie, and he's been helping me with that. So hopefully soon we will have some more bootlegs I can put on the site. But with DMS, Warren took a liking to me. I forget how Warren discovered me, but it was via Twitch, and he loved what I was playing. So he started kind of bringing me into the mix, and I'm gonna be filming one of those DMS cribs sessions. I'm gonna be doing that.
Dope.
I have like my DMS like code, like so I'm like I can promote it and people can get 40% off or whatever it is.
Hell yeah.
So, but the DMS family is so cool, and Warren, I never knew Warren other than just peripherally up until the pandemic, and now that we've actually had phone conversations, like his energy is so amazing, and he just seems to me as of right now like he's a really good guy, and I love what he's doing.
Shout out to Warren.
Hey, shout out and welcome to the family.
Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
It's a good little family to be a part of.
Yes.
Yeah. First and foremost, we do have to big up Warren before we hop into the 5 on 5. We also became homies with Warren during the pandemic, which led to even more exposure of what you see here, which is fucking awesome. What we do every week, this is the 5-on-5 podcast. We give you 2 artists. We put those artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify. It gets weird, it gets gross. You have to make a pick each round. This week is Neek's pick. Neek, what are we going with?
Okay, so after doing a little bit of lurk work on your Instagram, I figured you are probably well versed in the funk. So I went with Zapp versus Gap Band.
Ooh.
So I just pick one, because I'm gonna say Zapp. I'm gonna say Zapp and Roger. For sure.
Just right out the gate.
Right off top. No, so what we do is we're going down Spotify's top 5 for each group.
Oh, I got it. So
And
I got
for
to load
each
up
round, you
Spotify.
just pick... No,
We're gonna
we're
load
going to tell you the name of the songs. We can't actually play the songs.
Yeah.
If you need to do
Hey.
some side thing and listen, you can. You can totally cheat.
On the
But
low.
we're just going to say round 1 is this song versus this song.
So
and
I
then you
listened.
decide
I
which one
listened
you
to
like better.
I listened to the King Most podcast, and you guys were all secretly listening to shit. I know it.
Oh yeah, we had no. Well, honestly, if you give me an artist that came out in the last 5 years, there's a real solid chance that I could not tell you their top 5 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just me as a person. It's just my listening taste. If I'll probably know your number 1, and then after that,
That's about it.
lost.
It's funny. It's I don't know if Phenom, if you heard this, but even back in my vinyl days, when I started buying records and I was playing out in 99, 98, 99, 2000, I would be playing records in a club, and somebody would come up to me and say, "Hey, what's the name of this record?" And I wouldn't know it. I knew all my music based on cover art. So that's the way my brain worked. I associated songs I loved with what the cover art looked like, and I didn't always know the actual artist or the song name. I would know the artist more than I would know the song name. But this is the way my brain works.
And did you read liner notes too? Because I was always reading the liner notes.
Yeah, I read. I mean, we all. I assume we're all around the same age, and we grew up in a different era where you had CD books with all the lyrics and everything you could read.
Yeah. Hidden songs. You guys remember the fucking hidden songs?
Yes.
Man.
Yo, being I kind of grew up in the punk rock and ska scene, and a lot of punk rock and ska albums, the last track of the album was 15 minutes of silence, and then a 30-second something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Real quick.
Ludacris is
All right.
one of those.
Definitely.
We're going to get into all of that. Let's hop into the battle real quick. Round 1, Neek.
Okay, round 1 is Computer Love versus Outstanding.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah, Aiden, I'll let you take first round.
Okay, so it's kind of hard to compare those two records because one's a baby making record, and one's a two-step record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm gonna judge these based on stuff I'm gonna play that I expect people are to dance to, I'm gonna go Outstanding. So I'm gonna say Gap Band for that one. But
Okay.
I'll say Gap Band takes that one. I'll say Outstanding.
Okay.
And I feel and I'm completely guessing right now. Was Outstanding sampled more than Computer Love?
I could see that. I feel like that intro is pretty.
I don't know.
feel
Of the past 2 years though, Computer Love's been sampled, I think, at least 5 times.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna stick with as far as those two records are concerned. I'm gonna say Outstanding.
Okay.
Jupiter, where you at?
I'm gonna go with Outstanding. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Outstanding. just because it's that two-step, it's that song. It's the song that you can put if you're like slumping in the night, you throw that song on, and then you get a second wind.
You know what makes me mad is that, like, obviously, like, when you're playing two-step records, what was your go-to record? Like, your go-to, like, will totally rock the dance floor two-step song. See if it's the same as mine.
Stepping in Love?
Yes! And we can't play it no more.
Nah, you can't play it anymore. Nah. Actually, I did play it. Oh, God, I forgot what I played it. I played it, I think at this mansion party during Labor Day, and I was like, I can't really play R. Kelly, and they're like, fuck it, just play it, and I played it. Everybody danced. Everybody didn't care.
We ain't supposed to like this. But
yeah.
Yo,
but they were so angry about it though. They're like, just play it.
I'm very much an artist separated from art guy. Like, I like to separate because, like, I mean, obviously being somebody who plays a lot of funk, James Brown was an awful person.
He was a bad man.
Awful
man. All pun intended.
But you can't play a funk set and not play some James Brown. And
right.
It's like, okay, R. Kelly was obviously it came out that he was a complete dirtbag. But I mean, Step in the Name of Love and what's the other one? Freaky in the Club
remix.
Freaky. I'm talking about like two-step shit, like Freaky in the Club.
Okay. Step in the Name of Love, Happy People.
Happy People.
Yeah.
Beautiful songs.
Yes.
Beautiful songs. And then you're like, yeah, I can't play that out. Yeah, that's just the way it is. To answer your question, Nick, which you didn't ask, outstanding for me as well.
Cool. I was going to, so I'm glad you preempted.
Sure, for sure. Round two.
That was a sweet.
Yeah, he was next on the list, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was right. He's coming up. Round two. This is a good one. More Bounce to the Ounce versus You Dropped the Bomb on Me.
Ooh,
Phenom, since I let you out, you can get first round this one.
Zapp for me, and it's pretty close. They're both pretty fucking even tier songs, to where you could play either and get a really good reaction from the floor. Man, I think unfortunately I've just heard You Drop the Bomb on Me way too many times, and I'm gonna go More Bounce to the Ounce. Yeah.
Wow.
Aiden, what say you?
You've also probably heard way too many like Crooklyn Clan hype edits of You Dropped the Bomb on Me.
Yep.
I'm gonna say More Bounce too, because it is awesome as some of the Gap Band's 125 to 130 BPM records are. Like You Dropped the Bomb and No Parking on the Dance Floor. I'm gonna say More Bounce. Yeah, it's way more in my, like, I like that. I love mid-tempo funk, so like 100 to 110 beats per minute funk. That's like most ghetto funk is in that realm, is 100 to 110. So I really, really, really have an affinity for mid-tempo funky sounds.
Oh yeah.
And that's like this is like a boogie funk anthem. So
yeah.
Trav.
Same. Round three.
Cool.
Is it?
Round three. It's funny. Some of these, like, I wish it wasn't just top five, and I wish I could move them around.
Mm-hmm.
But Do Wah Diddy versus Yearning for Your Love.
Ooh. Man.
I feel like I need a refresher for these records right
first.
now.
When Paperboy sampled this, it was something else, man. Yearning for Your Love is just that.
Man,
it's a good sing-along song. I gotta go Yearning for Your Love, man. Because
I
gotta go with that one. Yeah. I don't feel good about it.
Who
Don't
sampled
feel good
Yearning
about
for
it.
Your Love? I'm trying to remember who sampled Yearning for Your Love. It's like a West Coast sample.
It is. Hold on.
I'll come back to it. Colin?
I was gonna say Paperboy.
You're gonna say Paperboy?
Both.
Yeah, I'm going that route. I have. That's just, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
And Aiden, you get final one.
I'm gonna go Zapp again. I'm gonna go Do Wah Diddy. I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna do that. Yeah, Do Wah Diddy.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say about
Nas, Life's a Bitch.
That's right. Life's a Bitch. So it wasn't West Coast.
Oh,
All right,
yes, y'all. Will Smith. There we go. There's a Philly connect right there.
that. It's funny. I'm gonna completely sidetrack this. One of my I throw a party on Fridays called Disco Fridays on Twitch, and one of my Disco Fridays partners from Paris did one of his sets that was all like samples and then the regular record.
Mm-hmm.
And what we learned that day is that any disco song you play, you're like 1 to 2 steps away from a Will Smith song.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Will Smith sampled so much disco shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He really
did. Yeah.
Shout out to Big Willie style.
He really did.
And you're like 1 to 2 episodes away from us too, because we had Crespo on here, who's Jaden Smith's DJ.
Yeah.
And to tie it all back together.
Yeah.
Will Smith, if you're listening, hit us up. We'd love to have you on the show.
We'd love to have you, Will.
Round 4.
Round 4. Love to have you on, Will Smith. Round 4. So Rough, So Tough versus Burn Rubber on Me. Aiden.
Oof. I'm gonna have to say Burn Rubber. Like, it's funny because like putting these songs, it's weird when you compare the top 5 because it's the Spotify top 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Opposed to like a song, like two of their songs that are like in the same tempo, same vein. It's not so much that. So yeah. I'm gonna this I'm gonna say Burn Rubber. So it's gonna go back to Gap Band.
Okay.
Colin.
I'll go Gap on this. Yeah. I think again, it comes from hearing So Rough, So Tough so many times. So I'm gonna go Gap.
It has become so rough and so tough to hear that song.
Facts only.
Trav, what say you?
I'm going with Burn Rubber. Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton sample.
Yep.
So rocking with that.
5.
Right.
Since I'm the new guy here, hang on real quick. Jupiter and Neek, where are you guys from?
I'm in Portland.
So,
yep, with Fino.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Neek?
And I'm in Vegas.
Okay, all right. So like I'm the most east of all of you.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Although I grew up in California, so like I'm West Coast at heart.
Okay. So all this funk and shit is right in your clubhouse. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is perfect then. So the last round, I actually had to make an edit and get Gap Band's number 6 song.
Okay.
Because their number 5 was just the 12-inch version.
12-inch of Outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with their number 6. So it's Zapp Be Alright versus Gap Band's Early in the Morning.
I would have gone Gap Band both either way. Yeah.
Right.
I would have gone Gap Band either way.
Yeah.
So
I'm right there with you. I'm Gap.
Yeah. Early in the morning.
Shit. I'm gonna say Gap Band too, which sucks.
I gotta get up.
Eaters, bro.
Man.
That band
It's
is tight, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know that's like stating the obvious, but like Uncle
Nah,
Charlie,
man.
bro.
They've been through the decades too, man.
Yo, check out Gap Band. I think they got a good thing going on.
They
They
got a
got
good
something
thing.
going on over there, man.
I got a Gap Band record around here somewhere.
Oh, show and tell. Jupiter's time.
Show and
Well,
tell.
keep
Love
talking,
that.
y'all.
Usually it's me doing show and tell. This time
You
it's
and
Travis
Jack.
doing show and tell, and I'm here for it. There's so
love
many
that.
fucking episodes where I've had to run to my records and show something off. Today, show and tells from Jupiter Williams. I appreciate that.
So,
Or
like,
he just
A
left.
little change.
as far as
or
these
you
two
just-
artists, are concerned, like what record by either of these two artists do you guys play the most? Like in your own sets? Because I can tell you probably almost definitively that I play Zapp and Roger. I Can Make You Dance more than any of these records.
That's
love
how I feel.
That
I feel that way about Heard It Through the Grapevine from Zapp.
that record for me, and I'm a video DJ, so I play the video. That record and
Okay.
video was so ahead of its time, and
Man.
I play it all the time.
But
I
Computer
play a
Love's
lot of
fucking
that.
dope too. I play
Computer Love is
Computer Love.
dope, but you have to like be in that mood. You have to be in that down tempo baby making mood.
It's a wind down for sure. You can't play it at like midnight and be like, all right, y'all. It's Computer Love.
Zapp, I play Dance Floor a lot.
Dance floor. Okay.
Gap
Dance
Band.
Floor, and then yeah, it's kind of the biggest one. So Rough, So Tough's a good one.
Gap Band I play early in the morning way more than Outstanding.
Also, it's interesting because Zapp and Roger is a different artist technically.
Yes, technically.
So the Spotify might be different too. Because I was gonna say I Can Make You Dance isn't up here, and I feel like that should be up there.
yeah, because that was Zapp and Roger, obviously.
More Bounce, I think I probably play more than anything. Though now I think about it,
Yeah.
I Want to Be Your Man. That's another one that should have been up there.
Heater.
You know what I like?
Band,
You know what I love is that like Zapp is like working with modern day artists like Tuxedo, because like
yes,
Shy.
I love that they brought him back.
So Shy worked with or the song Shy is the Tuxedo record, and Zapp's on that, and it's pretty awesome that some of the more modern like new funk artists or like future funk, whatever you want to call them, there's too many genres now,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
but like Chromeo worked with Daryl Hall, and
Yeah,
it's like there's some of these like newer like I mean Chromeo and Tuxedo, Mayor Hawthorne obviously because it's part of Tuxedo.
We were just talking
they
about Mayor
brought back.
Hawthorne.
And they just brought back. Who'd they bring back for a Cool Uncle? They brought back. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts. Bobby Caldwell.
Mm.
A few years back, that was a great album too. So I like to see that like certain like new funk groups, like you said, or acts are bringing, doing callbacks to these older cats.
Remember
Alright,
when remember when Calvin Harris was like funky?
Yeah,
Yo.
the first two albums.
His first
Yeah.
album, Acceptable in the 80s, is one of my favorite records, and That
Except for the
al-
80s is fire.
that album before Calvin Harris went mainstream, which I mean, yeah, get your money, get your bag, but
100%.
like his first album when he was more funky was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, dude, Merrymaking at My Place. I
Yes.
always play that out. That song rules.
Yes.
Yeah. Calvin, shout out to Calvin Harris.
The love regenerator himself.
Let's take it to the lightning round. This is going to be a quick this or that. You can tell us as little or as much. I'm going to throw a bunch of names at you, and you pick this or that. Starting with this, Clips or Mobb Deep?
Who's this directed to?
This is all
You.
for you, Aiden.
So everything's for me.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh god, Clips Mob. Oh god. That's like comparing apples to apples.
Yep.
Damn. I mean, I'm gonna say Clips. I'm gonna say Clips.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Clips.
Weekend or Party Next Door?
You did that last week.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
These are all previous episodes.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, so I didn't understand what the lightning round was. So previous episodes. So, man, okay, because that's like obviously the weekend has more hits, but the Party Next Door is more underground and cooler. I'm gonna go Party Next Door.
Yeah, it's like an A side versus B side.
Yeah, it's like do you want the artist that's on Top 40 Radio or the other one that's not didn't make Top 40 Radio really?
Right.
Yeah. You want the hip club next door?
Like was Party Next Door's record with Drake even on Top 40 Radio? Did that make it? Could Drake even get Party Next Door to Top 40 status? I don't think it did. Not in Philly.
No.
I don't think it made it to the clubs out here. So
not over here.
No. Al Green or Marvin Gaye?
Shit. I'm gonna say Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye
Travis,
for sure because Marvin Gaye for sure.
Travis Scott or Future?
Travis Scott. I don't like Future. Future to me falls into that mumble rap category.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
And as much as I like some Future records, I like more Travis Scott records.
Okay. Kendrick or J. Cole?
I'm gonna say Kendrick. I like Kendrick. I mean, again, that's like such a weird thing because like J. Cole has better R&B records, and Kendrick has better party records to me.
That's fair. Drake or Dr. Dre?
I grew up an hour and a half outside of the Bay Area, so I'm gonna say Dre. Which is funny because I growing up when I was in high school, and I was a skater, I was like a jock and a skater, so I was like things you weren't supposed to be. And when I started really like kind of finding my musical sense, obviously in the early 90s, like West Coast hip hop, like Dre and Snoop and Tupac were big. However, at the same time, when I was watching skate videos, more skate videos had stuff like Hieroglyphics, which was West Coast, but also Tribe Called Quest and stuff like that. And to this day, like Tribe is my favorite hip hop group of all time. And but if I'm picking those two, it's gonna be Dre because Dre is West Coast hip hop.
Okay.
But obviously old Dre, classic Dre.
Okay. Weezer or Blink 182?
It's funny because I heard you ask this on the last podcast, and so I've seen both of these. I've seen I've been to multiple concerts of both of these acts, and I actually went to the Weezer Blink 182 tour. Like I saw that tour, and both tours that I've been to with both of these acts. And I like both of these artists. I'm gonna say Weezer, and that's not to take anything away from Blink 182, but one of the moments I remember from going to a Weezer show was like anybody who's been to rock concerts, there's always an encore from the headliner, right?
Sure.
And as super dope as the encore that Blink 182 did, which involved Travis being elevated up above the crowd and his drum set rotated 360 for like which was insane. Rivers Cuomo for the encore of Weezer. So like they all left the stage, and I want to say this show was at Borgata. I went to see this at the Borgata in Atlantic City, and so they all left the stage, and then Rivers comes back on stage, and I want to say it was Hash Pipe that he started playing the guitar riff to. He just started playing the guitar riff, and then used the loop pedal to like loop it. And then he went over to the actual bass and played the bass line and looped that. And then he went over to the drums and did the drum riff and looped that. Like, so he he set up the entire song by himself, and then the rest of the band came out, took their positions, and started playing the song. But it was just so awesome seeing Rivers come out.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like River. Yeah, seeing Rivers do all of the parts of a song was it was next level shit, and I loved it. So I'm gonna say Weezer on this one.
All right, I'm changing my vote from the previous episode when we did this. I'm going Weezer.
You want to do that?
No, but I will say,
Nah.
I will say,
Shut
I think
up,
I will
poser.
say, I think Blake 182 has a better discography. Weezer has like a couple really solid, amazing, legendary albums, but I think as far as like the whole discography, Blake 182 might take it. As far
Nick,
as like
what do you think, Nick?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
The man's entitled to his opinion.
There's a lot of big Weezer energy. A lot of big Weezer energy.
Big Weezer energy.
Man.
Big Weezer energy.
it's funny that that comment you just made. I actually responded to a tweet earlier today that a DJ friend I know said that Beastie Boys are overrated. They don't have the hits that you think they do. Blah blah blah. And I commented. I commented, you're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
Yeah. I don't think anyone in this group will disagree on that.
In regards
ask
to
him-
Blink 182's 360 Travis Barker spinning drums kit, Slipknot did it first.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Tommy
Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee did it first.
Yo, by the way, fun fact,
Okay, fair game.
I've DJ'd with Tommy Lee. Like when Tommy Lee was doing his DJ drummer thing,
Oh,
I
yeah.
opened
Oh,
for I opened for Tommy Lee.
Oh.
That's sick.
That's tight.
Yeah. Damn. Let's see here. Missy or Busta Rhymes?
I'm gonna say Busta. I mean,
Okay.
if we're gonna talk like length of career and still relevance, I'm gonna say Busta. Busta's had, to me, more hits. I mean, again, they're both artists that I love playing their records, but I think if like toe to toe, I'm gonna say Busta has the leg up on that one.
Okay.
Okay. This will be good. TLC or SWV?
Mm-hmm.
Got the
What
wheels
if-
spinning.
Yo, what's with all the abbreviations in the 90s?
Right.
Wait, are those are acronyms, right? That's an acronym? Is that an acronym?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Like I gotta take back to English class right now. Acronyms. Shit. I just like for some reason in my head I'm saying TLC. I'm gonna go TLC.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm picking that, but I'm gonna say TLC.
Okay. Okay. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Okay. Mariah
you know-
or Whitney? Oh, go ahead.
Hang on. You know what record nobody ever plays by Prince? That's like was a more modern record that Prince made, but it's still relevant. Was Funk and Roll. If you guys know the record Funk and Roll,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
Rock and roll is great. That's a great
that
song.
record was insane, and I'm the only DJ I know that plays that record.
I play the
I've
Chris
never-
Lake. I always play the Chris Lake version.
Come out to the West Coast. Come out to the
Yeah.
West
Is it
Coast.
played?
We
Is it
play
played more out there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's played.
yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
that record is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
Prince.
for
but
sure.
Yeah. Okay. Mariah or Whitney?
hmm.
He had something they're like,
Okay. I'm actually gonna say I like more records by Mariah. Obviously Whitney has her hits and they're amazing, but Mariah still lives. She still makes music, and and you can't get away from her Christmas record because it just, it's every July and every December it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But did Mariah get kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? When Mariah got involved with like Diddy and Mace, did she get a little bit like tainted from that whole era? Did she get
Well, I don't think so.
Like a little bit canceled or something?
not canceled or tainted? I hate that word too. Canceled, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like I'm not like an ultra woke guy, but I'm thoughtful, and I do believe in morals. But the whole cancel culture thing, the whole cancel thing, I don't like. But yeah, didn't she like before like? Hang on, what were her songs before the Diddy, like before Bad Boy got a hold of her? Like what was?
Well, you had like Fantasy. You had Always Be My Baby. You had Vision of Love.
Was Fantasy before Diddy and?
Yes.
That was
yeah, for sure.
So that's the era of Mariah I love. I really love that era.
Like Dream Lover and stuff
Dream
like
Lover.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Heartbreaker? Was that Diddy? No,
No,
Heartbreaker was
Heartbreaker was after though.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what was
No, Heartbreaker was Jay-Z.
Yeah, Honey was
Mace
during.
one?
Honey was Bad Boy though. Honey was Bad Boy.
Honey was Bad Boy. Honey was Mace and the Locks.
That's
But
right.
that
was-
That's what I was thinking.
That song
That the Bad Boy remix of that record, that's the shit.
Fire.
But who was the who did the remix? Was it Eve that did the remix of Heartbreaker, or was it Missy? Was it Eve or Missy?
No, it was Jay.
No.
Jay-Z was
There's
on
a-
it.
No,
The
no.
remix.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at my Serato right now.
No, we all gotta do the number crunch.
I thought it was Lil Kim.
It's not Kim.
Ooh, I think you might be right.
Heartbreaker.
The Brat and Missy Elliott.
Yeah, it's the Brat and Missy
Oh,
Elliott.
the Brat. Yeah.
Okay, I don't need to add. Relax, you two.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the Brat, and yeah.
But also
Yeah.
Tom Petty. Tom Petty had a pretty big record called Heartbreaker too.
Yes, he did.
People forget. People forget.
Not to be confused with the Tom Petty song.
And not to
If
be
you
confused
like-
with his group too.
What
If
was
you
in
like
that big
Mariah
bottle?
Carey, you're gonna love Tom
Oh,
Petty.
this is just a giant water bottle.
He's wanting somebody to join him for a drink, huh?
He's one. I like that.
Dang.
This is
Dude,
filled
I
with
got
nothing but Kahlua.
I got a bottle of Zambuca right here. It's totally. Wait, fuck. I can't. I'm so okay. Just call me Casper.
He just
That might just be the clip, Nick. Make sure you footnote that. That might be the clip. Just Homer Simpson into the shrubs.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Just like that.
The Sambuca has taken him over.
Yeah, I used to hate Sambuca. Well, I was straight edge until I was 30, so I didn't drink or do any I didn't smoke anything until I was 30.
Good for you.
But my family, my mom and not even my mom. My mom's not a drinker. My stepfather and my stepbrothers, like the family shot of choice for them was always Zambuca. And when I first started drinking, I hated black licorice, right? And I hated that flavor profile. But man, they broke me down. They wore me down. And now I actually like Sambuca. So
That's all you drink? That's your preferred?
it's not all I no, absolutely not. But it is an easy shot to take, chilled, like while I'm streaming. It's like one of my go-to easy shots. I'm not gonna get hammered off of it.
Yeah.
I'm more of I like a good Blanco tequila. Really, that's like I'm a nice tequila guy. But
yeah.
Let's end the round robin here, the lightning round, with this question that we ask everyone: Outkast or Hall & Oates?
It's kind of funny. So last week was Valentine's Day, and nobody ever plays Valentine's Day by Outkast, and that is such a good record. And I played it.
So good.
Yes.
It's literally the best Outkast record, or the best Valentine's Day record for sure. I can't name a better Valentine's Day record than that.
My Funny Valentine, Patti LaBelle. Let's go.
Ooh, oh shit.
Shit.
Waiting to Excel soundtrack.
Yo, Travis just Kool-Aid man through that question.
Broke through.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Patti LaBelle,
All rise, motherfucker.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's a weird comparison. Outkast and Hall & Oates.
But it makes sense if you really think about it.
Yeah, if you really break it down, it does make sense.
I know you talked about the who did the album, the Outkast versus Hall & Oates. That's been made, right? That's
Most was talking about making that. Yeah.
Was that never made? Because I feel like that was made. Was that not made?
Not yet.
No,
I don't think
not
so.
that I know of. Yeah, I think we all talked about it, but it was never actually a thing.
Someone is in the lab working on that quietly listened to this podcast and was like, cool, sounds great. It's on the way.
There's a YouTuber out there that's doing it.
Yo,
Shout out to our YouTubers, man, by the way.
Speaking of that, whatever happened to Girl Talk? What happened to Girl Talk?
I was supposed to see him last year before the pandemic happened. Tickets
That's
were
right. You're supposed to have a thing.
$50. $50 a ticket.
You know what I appreciated about Girl Talk? Like, just coming from like the DJ world, he put out that merch that said, "I'm not a DJ," and I respected that so much that he realized, like, he was making music and making these edits and making these mashups or whatever you want to call it, but he never claimed to be a DJ because, like, his shows and his performances, he wasn't DJing. He was playing on Ableton that was covered with plastic because shit got everywhere. And I always appreciated that about him, that he never like said that, oh, I'm part of this world. I'm part of the DJ world.
Yeah.
And I always appreciated that.
Yeah. He's a Philly guy too. He just he released an EP with Freeway. Actually, it's on Spotify.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
right.
He produced all the songs.
I forgot.
On the beat.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
God,
okay. Quit dodging the question. I see you trying.
Yeah, he has been dodging it.
Yeah. Well, what about? Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
If Phenom, if you bring me on any show, I'm gonna deflect all the time. I'm gonna derail shit. Oh God. Okay, if I have to make a decision right now,
3, 2, 1. First one that comes to mind. What do you say?
I'm gonna say Outkast. I love Atlians. I love playing the acapella intro to Atlians. It's if that's even how you pronounce that record, I don't even know. That's how I pronounce it.
Pronounced that way.
I like it. I don't hate it.
Italians, I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's run with that. I like that.
Yeah.
Wait, how does everybody else pronounce it? Real quick.
AT-aliens.
Atlians. I don't know. I'm holding firm.
Nah, I don't like that.
Hey, he said that before we could even finish saying it.
Yeah.
No.
You could have said anything. You could have said the same one, and he would have been like, "Nah, it's Atlians."
Yeah. He's like, how do you guys pronounce that? Steakonius? No. It's not it either. It's not it either.
But Spotty Appa Dappa Superfectus against me.
That's funny. Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you that you cannot deflect.
Ooh.
I will though.
You actually might. Okay, Max's, Geno's, or Tony Luke's?
Neither.
Okay, what you got?
Neither. That's tourist shit right there.
Well, then tell the people.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, you ask anybody what their favorite cheesesteak place is in Philadelphia, you're gonna get 100 different answers.
Exactly.
And so, okay, when it comes to the super tourist spots, which is Pat's and Geno's, I have found from asking a lot of different people what their favorite of those two are, which again, those are the two that people go to for the tourist thing, for the pictures, because it's whatever. My favorite is Pat's. I don't like Geno's so much, but I validate that with the fact that the original owner of Geno's, who is I think dead now, was a racist piece of shit. And so fuck him.
Yes.
Fuck him.
But I have found from like a formula, whichever one you had first tends to be your favorite. And I had Pat's first, but so I like Pat's. If you're gonna go like touristy shit, I like Pat's. But even to one up that one, if you're gonna go touristy, I go Jim's, which is a South Street. So of the tourist spots, Jim's, Geno's, Pat's, I prefer Jim's, which is on South Street, which is like South Street isn't even what it used to be anymore. Like South Street's a weird place now. I prefer a place called Phillips. Phillips is down. I want to say I always forget what street it's on. I know it's the Passyunk Avenue exit of 76. But the reason I love them is not so much for their steak and their rolls, but the hot sauce they have. They have a special hot sauce there that I love. And I'm a big spice guy. I love spicy shit. And their hot sauce does it for me. So, like, my typical go-to is Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cheese Whiz or melted provolone?
I'm a whiz guy. I'm definitely a whiz guy. And it's funny because a lot of the people that you ask that question to, or what their favorite cheesesteak is, they say D'Alessandro's. And D'Alessandro's is in like West Lawn, which is outside. It's like suburbs of Philadelphia. And I used to live in that neighborhood. And I went to D'Alessandro's. And D'Alessandro's is across the street from another place called Chubby's. And Chubby's specializes in chicken steaks. And a good chicken steak is also amazing. However, D'Alessandro's, although I've heard that they've changed their ways, when I lived in that neighborhood and I went to D'Alessandro's, they did not offer Cheese Whiz. And that turned me off. That turned me off to D'Alessandro's. So I am not D'Alessandro's. I'm a whiz guy. So like I like a but at the same time, I will go completely off book and do a cheesesteak hoagie, and I'll put shredded lettuce and tomato and onion on that shit. It's like I'm not a purist in any means when it comes to cheesesteaks, but like my typical order from any cheesesteak place, if I go anywhere, it's always gonna be mushrooms, onions, whiz. It's gonna be mushrooms, onion, whiz, and that's
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Neek, I think this rolls right into your question.
Oh, this rolls right in, Neek.
It rolls.
Yo, it rolls.
It rolls. Yeah.
Does it Amorosa roll?
Now we're on to something.
No.
Now we're on to something.
Lucky you get an endorsement deal by any fast food establishment of your choosing, and you get to make the Aiden Scott meal a la Travis Scott. And so what is it and where is it?
So this puts me in a hard place because I love Chick-fil-A, but Chick-fil-A's ownership is shit too. But okay, so hang on. I'm gonna answer this question because Travis Scott had a meal at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I am somebody who, when I eat at McDonald's, which is usually never my go-to, but when I do, I typically order something that most people don't order, and it's something I've always ordered at McDonald's. Although I improved on it, because I'll preface this with I was a spring break DJ from 2012 to 2019, so I spent most of my March/April every year somewhere tropical. I did 2 years in Punta Cana and Dominican Republic, which if any of you have ever been to Dominican Republic or Punta Cana and gone off resort, some of the best food you will ever have is in the dangerous part of Punta Cana, like in the actual city. I'm a big food guy. I love food. And where was I going with this? Hang on.
All right. If
hang on. I know where I was going. I'm back on track. I did 6 marches in the Bahamas in Nassau. And obviously, if you've ever traveled outside the country, which I'm sure most of you have, the fast food joints offer different things,
right?
Or different versions of things we know here in America. And the McDonald's in Nassau, I'm a fillet of fish guy. Yes, that's right. Yes. Fillet of fish.
Shout out to Gray.
Shout out. We got fillet of fish fans in here.
I'm a fillet of fish guy. And in America, they don't offer this sandwich the way they do in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, the fillet of fish is bun, cod fillet, cheese, tartar sauce, another cod fillet, tartar sauce, cheese, leaf lettuce, and tomato.
Sounds amazing.
And that is the way to eat a fillet of fish. So if I had my own fast food meal, it would be properly cooked McDonald's French fries. And you've seen those memes of like, what's your favorite French fry? And I get it. Like Chick-fil-A makes great fries, and so does Five Guys, and so does Burger King, and so does, but they all can suck too. It depends on who's cooking them.
It does. It really does.
It really depends on who's cooking them, and it's like Chick-fil-A fries I love, but they always undercook them. I wish they were a little bit crispier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like proper McDonald's fries, properly salted, and it would be like a double stack filet of fish with tomato and lettuce on it, which you have to order custom here in the States. You have to order that custom in the States, but that's the way you have a filet of fish, and that would be my meal. Oh, also with a Diet Dr Pepper as the drink.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
The Aiden Scott meal. I like that. I like a specific thing. It exists on the menu. You just have to make it.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta make it yourself.
Make it yourself.
DIY for
I kind of do want to make that.
Go to McDonald's.
I kind of do.
Definitely try it.
Ask them for the Aiden Scott. They'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Once
Not
this
the
airs,
Travis Scott, the Aiden Scott.
Yeah, the Aiden
they'll
Scott.
Be like,
have to explain it.
Up,
you have to explain it. Let them know what you're talking about.
You pull up to the window and they throw a Diet Dr Pepper in your face. Just the cup open. There you go. And then they put the bun between your head and slap you the fillet of fish on both sides.
A tomato on each eye.
Fuck out of here ordering that. You're the 5th person today that ordered that bullshit. Get out of here. You and your little friends that listen to your little podcast. Yeah. Did you grow up in Philly? Is that right?
No. I was born in 1980 in Lodi, California.
Okay.
And I lived in Lodi, California until 97. And in the summer of 97, my mom, my stepdad, and my well, one of my step siblings, we all moved to Pennsylvania. My
Okay.
and people always ask me, why did you move to Pennsylvania from California? Because there's a very large subsect of civilians in America that have never been to California. And most of their idea of what California is based off of movies
Hollywood.
and media.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they think everybody in California surfs. They think we all say dude all the time. They don't realize that most of California is farmland. It's they don't realize that it snows in California in certain spots. It's funny. So we moved. My stepdad. Do you guys know the company Amerigas? Have you ever seen like the
Yeah.
propane tanks?
Mhm.
Yep.
My stepdad was a high school dropout, and started driving trucks for CalGas in California. And when my mom met my stepdad, he still worked at CalGas. There goes Phenom. Where'd he go?
I'm right here.
CalGas got bought out by Amerigas, and when that happened, like my stepdad is a hustler, like to the truest form, where he didn't have again high school dropout, started as a truck driver, worked his way all the way up to being the president of purchasing for Amerigas, and because he did that job, Amerigas at the time had. I'm gonna try to tell a story quick. Amerigas had 2 headquarters, one in Sacramento, California, and one in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. They closed the Sacramento office, but they wanted to keep him. So they offered him a giant raise and like offered to move the family. So we ended up moving to outside of Philadelphia, so that he could do that. He no longer works for that company anymore, but we all still live in this area. My parents live in Jersey now, and I moved to Philadelphia. And I didn't start DJing until I moved to Pennsylvania and met some friends that were in that realm. And I will say that I would not be where I am today, obviously, if I didn't move from California to here. Who knows if I'd be a DJ? Who knows? Like, I mean, obviously, who knows where any of us would be if like we sneezed the wrong way at some point in our life.
You literally pulled a reverse Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
I kind of, although again, that's the other misconception most people had of me when I said I was from California. Most people who have never been to California and they meet somebody who's from California, they think they're from LA.
Sure.
And they think that California is all LA. And that's just like I live 9 hours north of LA. Like I was way up there.
You were more Tahoe than LA.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean Tahoe's not California at all, but sure if you want to go there.
Sure, of course.
I mean, Tahoe has Heavenly Valley, which is an amazing ski resort and has awesome views.
Sure. Now you said in '98 you started buying records, right?
Yes.
Is that
yes?
Okay.
Yes.
What was your first record? Do you remember?
I don't remember what the actual record was, but it was 100% either a record on Moody. It was either a Moody record or a Roulette record. I'm pretty sure that was like the first piece of vinyl I bought. So a quick origin story of my DJ career. I moved here to Pennsylvania in the middle of my junior year break. So I was between junior year high school and senior year. Now, California or the West Coast, they do their school system differently than us or than East Coast.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if like up in Portland, do you guys have like the track system? Did you guys do track system or
no?
We have track in Vegas.
So like there was like A track, B track, C track, and D track. And I remember when that got started, like parents camped out to try to get their kids in certain tracks because like they were different. Like your summer break was different based on what track you were on.
Yeah.
But I was also always younger than everybody because my birthday is in September, and in California, like the original track system was based on your birthday, I guess. And So I was always younger than everybody. So I graduated high school at 17. Most people graduate high school at 18. So I moved out here for my senior year of high school, and I did not want to go to the high school. I wanted to go to the Votech to study architecture because I thought I was going to be an architect. And so I went to the Votech. So I was studying architecture and engineering because that was the class. It was architecture engineering. And what I learned by doing that class is that there was more jobs in engineering than there was in architecture. And I did not want to design sprockets and widgets and shit like that. I wanted to design homes. But that same year, I wanted a job. And I had like a giant CD collection. I loved music. So I got a job working for like a local, the quintessential hokey wedding guy. Like I started working for that guy. And because I worked for that guy, I started doing like Sweet 16s and high school proms and homecomings and shit, like all the younger stuff that he couldn't do that nobody wanted him to do. Also that same year, I got hired for a co-op job through my high school to do engineering for this company. But the guy that hired me was like 1 year older than me, and he was a drum and bass producer and a drum and bass DJ.
Oh,
so
shit,
he
dog.
introduced me to like the late 90s Philadelphia rave scene. And so I started going to like the rave clubs, and I'm straight I'm straight edge at this point. So I'm going to these clubs where everybody's high off their fucking mind on E, and I'm the sober guy with glow sticks. Like, hey, I'm wearing my UFOs, and I like what I'm hearing. But then I heard Bad Boy Bill's Bang in the Box 3. I think it was
Chicago.
Bang in the Box. Yes. So I heard Bad Boy Bill's Bang in the Box 3. And instantly I was like, I want to do what that guy's doing. So I bought a set of turntables from one of our mobile DJ friends who was like, he wasn't a club DJ anymore, but he had turntables that he already converted all of his music to digital. So he had all digital now. And he had these mint condition 1200s with Ortophone nightclub needles in road cases. And he sold me the pair for $600. And I started going to 611 and Q Records almost every Tuesday, which was like a 30-40 minute drive for me because I was still living outside the city. I was coming into the city every week to buy records. And I was buying Disco House, Chicago Hard House, shit that was on IHR Records, Moody, Roulette, Underground Construction, shit like that. And so I started DJing at raves. And I went by DJ Zero back then, so XERO, because I was cool. And we're talking 90s where everything was X, so like you know X Games and shit. So I was Zero with an X, and I did that for like 4 years, and it got to the point, and I'm sure we all went through this era where the underground party, like when I started DJing, you could get booked as a touring DJ just by being a good DJ. You didn't have to produce. And then it eventually came to the point where the only people making money in that scene were producers that were DJing. And for the most of us, like we know that a lot of producers kind of make shitty DJs, but a lot of DJs can play those records way better.
Right.
And so I wasn't a producer at that point, and I'm still not a producer. I'll probably never call myself a producer, even if I start producing. And then I made the switch to like clubs, like top 40 clubs. And I was making a good living playing top 40 clubs. And then I saw the whole era go to the bottle service club thing, which I don't know how you guys feel about bottle service clubs, but yes, I made a very good living playing bottle service clubs, but that crowd sucks. I hate that crowd. I don't like that. It's very musically. Oh, well, I'm going to preface that with saying that in the early 2000s, that crowd was better. That crowd today sucks. But like in the AM era, when like, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Atlantic City, but there was a club called Murmur in the Borgata, and they did Murmur Mondays. And that club wasn't Vegas style yet, and it was an amazing time. Like that was in that era where you could play a hip hop record into an AC/DC record, into a Hall & Oates record, and the crowd lost their shit. Now you do that, and they're like, "This isn't Pop Smoke," and
Right.
Travis.
R.I.P. Lou. R.I.P. Lou.
yeah, and so like that was like a kind of my origin story. Like I started DJing in '98 after I heard Bad Boy Bill, and that was kind of like the whole Chicago scene was kind of my inspiration as far as DJing was concerned. But that obviously evolved into something else. But that was my like the origin of me buying records.
That's fucking dope. Tell the people, let the people know where they can
hold up. Real quick. Couple questions to get off the bucket list of questions. If you had one actor or musician to play you in a biopic, in this DJ biopic that we're making up,
you don't even have to finish the question. You don't have to finish. I have a mad straight guy man crush on Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Hey, I love it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, next question or last question. We're putting together our 505 podcast playlist on Spotify. What song do we need to add on today?
Oh shit.
No pressure.
I know, right?
No
Any
pressure.
song in the world.
That's such a tough question for me because like when everybody says like, oh, this is my favorite song, it's like I don't have a favorite song.
Yeah, I don't want your favorite song. I just want a song.
Do you have a song? What's your favorite song right now? Is that a fair question?
That's a fair one.
That's fair.
So okay. If you're gonna ask what my favorites, like probably the song I've played the most over the past year is Sophie Tucker's Purple Hat.
Okay, yep.
I love the feel of that record. I love the vibe of that record. God, I might. It's almost even a top 40 record-ish because it's a popular record in that ilk. It's not like top 40 popular, but yeah, if I was gonna add that record opens you up to so many other wormholes to go down, and I like records like that where I like when I discovered you guys know Yeah Me Too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Like when I discovered him, I'm like, oh, I need more shit that sounds like this.
Yeah. And
I dig that's the kind of like I always love like when my friends ask me for music. Like okay, for a good example is I just did a playlist for DMS. To bring it back to DMS. I did a playlist because Warren likes what I'm doing with my brand Funked. And he's like, okay, so can you make us a playlist of stuff that you would play during a Funked stream? And obviously, like digging through DMS, it was like the tip of the iceberg of stuff I found, on DMS. But there's so much stuff that where if you hear one of these records, you're gonna be like, oh, I like this record, and I'm gonna go to SoundCloud or whatever, and then find out where that leads me.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm sure the same goes for you guys. I love finding something I like, and then going down that rabbit hole of other shit that sounds like that.
Yeah.
And finding new artists. Because of that, I found stuff like Matt Hill. You guys know Matt Hill, if you pronounce it that way. Matt Hill
with the
and
X.
Yeah, with the X's and like Paul Mond and you had King Most on last week. King Most is dope and Yeah Me Too, and the list goes on and on. Is it True Hill? He also uses V's like TR.
Oh yeah. True Hill.
True Hill. I've recently gotten really into like Bali funk, and a lot of these guys are making Bali funk shit. And but I love finding one artist and then going down like the algorithm of like, oh, you might like this, you might like this, and then all of a sudden it's 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and I'm still at my laptop, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably go to sleep before I should probably stop downloading music and go to sleep.
Yeah, that rabbit hole always gets me.
Yeah.
Sophie Tucker purple hat.
Yeah.
Sophie Tucker purple hat.
Add that.
Add it. It's added.
Aiden, tell the people where they can find you on Twitch. I know, dude, you've amassed 4,200 plus followers on Twitch. Congratulations on that, sir.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's no small feat.
That's fucking sick.
That is super sick. And also in person, let me tell you right now, thank you for the raid the other day. Definitely appreciate it.
Very welcome.
Make sure you follow Aiden Scott on Twitter. Tell people about what shows you got going on there.
So it's kind of funny because obviously I started throwing my funk party in real life before the pandemic happened, and the whole funk thing was a outlet for me because I was making a living in the bottle service clubs, the top 40 clubs, which is great. I was paying my bills, and I like being a club DJ, but I wanted to start throwing my own party to feed my soul. Like, obviously, I'm sure we all play records that we don't like or love to, make the crowds happy, and we know what we have to do. It's like Z-Trip's motto, 3 for them, 1 for me. 3 for them, 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I needed something that fed my soul, so I started Punk'd. And I started throwing that party in person here in Philly. And it was picking up slowly. I was like throwing it in like dirt hole bars, which is great. I love fucking neighborhood bars that you can build a community in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic happened and all that got shut down. And I was like, okay, I was already set up to stream because I've been doing video DJing for 5 years at this point. And 2 years prior to that, or prior to the pandemic, I was streaming on Chew TV, and I started a Twitch account. I never really.
I figured out. Hold on, sorry. I figured out what that was. I just sent you a follow on Twitch.
Yeah,
that's what that sound was.
I was like, what the hell was that? That happened earlier. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh
like
shit!
that.
Wait, did you hear the sound effect from the follow from this?
Yeah, we heard.
Oh yeah, the Homer woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I brought funk to Twitch, and when I did that, I ended up getting in touch with other people who played ghetto funk and new funk and all the different really weird offshoots of funky music. And obviously in the States, it's not super popular, but you go up to Canada or you go to the UK or Thailand or Germany or Hungary, it's like there's a fan base for this stuff. And a lot of the producers who make it are from the UK or Canada. I mean, you have people like A-Skills, and you have like Crafty Cuts, who's like big in the break scene, and Jimmy Needles. The list goes on and on. And because I got connected with that crowd because of Twitch, I've become friends with a lot of the producers that I've been playing their music for years. And Twitch, I'm sure the same goes for you guys too. You probably connected with some people that were just people you admired or you respected what they were doing prior to this. But because of this platform, you were able to get more like your actual friends now. Like you're like, I'm FaceTiming people that I never would have thought I would have FaceTimed 2 years ago.
I found you on Twitch. That's how I think I worked that way first. I had found you on Twitch, and then we worked backwards to Twitter, and then and there's so many stories like that all year long where it's like, even King Most, Stank Palmer, like those guys, like we had saw them on streams and just been like, yo, check these fucking dudes out, and then we all become homies, and it's like, we're swapping tracks back and forth, blah, blah, blah. There's so many success stories of how Twitch can work for you.
Neil Jackson's the one who turned me on to Stank Palmer, I think. I saw Stank Palmer in Neil's stream once, and Neil was playing something that Stank Palmer made, and said, "Yo, everybody go follow." I mean, I found like when I'm watching a channel, and that DJ says follow this person, I usually take it to heart because I typically only watch DJs that I respect, and I respect their opinion. So when like they say like, I'm well aware that I don't know everybody out there, and I don't like I always hate it when somebody goes, "Oh, you don't know this shit." It's like you can't know all the shit. You can't know it all. There's so much good shit.
Right.
It's like I appreciate you for putting me onto this shit, and I'm not gonna like be on my high horse saying, "Oh, I was on this shit way before you were." It's like, no, I want to share the music from people I think are dope with my friends, you know, and I've always hated that mentality of like, well, I was listening to this guy back when they were this, and fuck you. It's like
I was listening to Casey and JoJo before they were Casey and JoJo.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of Casey and JoJo, I'm assuming we all were in high school when like R&B jams were still the shit.
Oh, you mean Jodeci?
What do high school kids slow dance to anymore? Like, is that a thing?
Smoke. Pop Smoke.
Like what? Like
Probably.
That's like
what
a
does
whole
Travis slow dance to? Also Pop Smoke.
Also pop. Also pop. Absolutely.
Travis is like, yo, you got woo? I'm trying to dance with my girl over here.
Trying to dance with my girl to welcome to the party.
What's this 112 group? What? By the way, I'm completely derailed. I have no idea what I was saying. So
I love
it.
Twitch stream. What day can people find you?
As you can tell, I'm great at promo. Okay, so I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 7 to 9. Sometimes those hours are extended, but typically 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be on Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays.
Cool.
Monday and Thursdays, I do more of like classic funk and new funk. Wednesdays, I do Wubba Wednesday, which is today, and I do more like bass heavy stuff. So I'll do a lot of your, like I play drum and bass, and I play, ghetto funk and future bass and trap and like stuff like that. Fridays, which is probably my biggest day now. Fridays I started Disco Fridays, and that was to get back to my roots of playing disco house. But now I play like disco house and new disco and filtered disco and classic disco, along with a bunch of other DJs that I found from the UK, and we all do this like raid train on Fridays, Disco Fridays, and it's like kind of gotten like it's picked up steam the way Boom Bap Mondays picked up steam with my homie Fly and Audio One.
Yeah, you had like Cosmo on there. You had Cosmo on there this last week. Like it was a big raid train.
Yeah. So so this is this side story in Philly. Like Cosmo lives a mile from me. Like he lives in South Philadelphia. And I've always known who Cosmo was. Cosmo might have known who I was, but I assume that Cosmo thought I was a bottle service DJ. Which is funny because a lot of Philadelphia.
Wait, I thought you were gonna say that Cosmo thought you were a
bottle server. Yep.
Yeah. Yo, I look good in a one piece.
Just wait. Aiden Scott don't sit his ass down with them bottles.
So I've made a living playing bottle service clubs and top 40 clubs, but in my heart, like what makes my soul happy is like the more funky sounds, disco sounds, stuff like that, like cooler music, the shit that the top 40 people don't like.
Right.
And it's always kind of sucked because most of that crowd in Philadelphia, like those DJs who I've always respected, didn't share that respect to me because they assumed I was, or they put me in this box of, oh, he's a top 40 guy. And not this guy that can play this cool music. And because I started Funked and because of Twitch, now some of these people are like going, oh shit, Aiden does this stuff too. And that's been so, like, it's made me really happy that some of these people that I've always respected now are kind of looking at me and going, oh, he's kind of part of our crew too. And Cosmo was one of those guys. And now that I'm doing this, I have a outlet to bring Cosmo onto the things I'm trying to do. And
That's
obviously Cosmo, everybody knows who Cosmo is.
Yeah.
And then like that last Friday I had Mike 2600 on too. And
shout out Mike.
Shout out.
The first 3 DJs I got turned on to because of Twitch's recommended thing were Mike 2600. Do you guys know Bo? DJ Bo?
Bo knows DJ.
Bo knows DJing on Twitch. So Bo and NYC Dope. Those were three channels that I got turned on to, and now I'm friends with these people because of Twitch. And they like, I mean, I love Mike, what he does. I love what Bo does. I love what the Mark and, why can't I think of the other guy's name? Mark and, who's the 2 guys of NYC Dope? It's Mark Smooth, and this is gonna come back to bite me in the ass, I think. Anyway, Mark. I've interacted with Mark the most, so that's why I know his name.
They're gonna come after you on YouTube.
Wow. Yeah. He was like, "Hey, these are my people," and they're like, "Where your people say our name, then?"
Yeah.
It's funny. No. It's funny you say my name. Me and my girlfriend have been going back and watching. My girlfriend never watched Breaking Bad, and I did. And my girlfriend was a chem major in college, and she never watched Breaking Bad. And now we're going back to watch Breaking Bad, and one of the big lines in Breaking Bad was "Say my name."
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, it's so good.
You should.
Travis?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
What?
Nope. Couldn't get on board. Couldn't get on
A
board.
long show. Now it's like you got to dedicate some time to it. If
don't have the time.
All right. So
it's a lot of time.
I'm dropping this recommendation right now. You heard it first. If Travis doesn't like Breaking Bad, go watch that shit right now. It's probably fucking great. It's probably great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it might be great. It might be great. The only episode that I saw was when Giancarlo Esposito, I don't know what his name was, but he walked out of a hospital room with his half blown off, and it ended like that. That's the only episode that I've seen.
See, like that's a show you can't watch one episode of in the middle of the series.
I was like, that's like season 4 or something.
Right.
I've seen the last 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. That's the only Breaking Bad I've seen is the last 3.
See, like, you have no context to those last 3 episodes. No context. Right. That's why, like, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and when I first saw Dragon Ball Z, I hated it. And I realized I hated it because I didn't realize that Japanese cartoons followed a storyline. Yeah. So I had to go back and watch the beginning to know what I was getting into, and now I love it. But it's
so long.
Like that.
Big story.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have you on here. I did want to make sure that our listeners knew. Definitely go subscribe to Aiden on Twitch. You are someone that's definitely monetized this thing and made it work for you as a pivot to DJing outside of building some pretty fucking unique relationships with people that you might not have met given the opportunity of Twitch. Absolutely. In just one sentence, I want you to tell us, for everyone listening, what is your advice for a DJ trying to monetize Twitch? One sentence.
Consistency. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. We keep hearing that.
Keep hearing that.
We keep fucking.
That's the one.
Neek?
That's the big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's the big one.
We're working on it.
You need more than one sentence to do that, but like probably the most important thing is staying consistent with the schedule.
Yeah.
And but if I was gonna do a second sentence, is definitely show love in other people's channels that you think are dope.
Yeah.
Like,
We're real good at that.
And don't do it like there's people that come into other channels and they like will gift out some subs and they'll ask for a raid. That is a super no. Never ever ask for a raid.
That's
like
whack etiquette.
It's bad. It's super bad etiquette, and you can see through the people that are trying to get your viewers, opposed to people who are just vibing with what you're doing.
Right.
And like I will never send a raid to somebody who is like there's been people who have gifted out like 20 subs on my channel, and then they ask for a raid, and I'm like, nope. That's not how you do it.
You just asked for it. That's whack.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna do it. And I mean, obviously, if we're all on Twitch, like we have a certain trust between us and our viewers. And now, granted, every time I raid somebody, especially somebody new, or not new, but somebody that I don't think that my viewers have seen before, somebody like I just want to raid, I always preface it with, hey, let's all go do this together. We're all going to go on this raid together. You might not like it. It might not be your steez, but let's all go together. Let's all show some love in the chat room. And then if you want to go somewhere else, go somewhere else. But let's all go here as a family and show some love. And then if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. That's fine. Nobody's going to take offense to that. But like, I always preface that whenever with my viewers.
I like
that's
that.
A cool look.
Yeah,
I like that. I think that's great. And I've tuned into your stream multiple times now since we became friends over the last month maybe. And you are definitely someone that really has this Twitch thing down pat. So big ups to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Where can people find you on social media?
You can just I can just direct you to my Instagram.
Okay.
And from my Instagram, you can click the bio link and find all my stuff. So DJ Aiden Scott on Instagram. I'm also a photographer and a videographer, so I have that Instagram, and then I have my funked Instagram. But you don't need to know all those. You can just go to one of them, and the bio can take you to my website, my SoundCloud, my Mixcloud, my other Instagrams, my Twitch, like all the. There's too many outlets now. There's too many. It's like I refuse to start TikToking because there's too many things already.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. It's a rabbit hole that you don't need to be in.
Yeah, I'm just too old. That's why I'm not on TikTok.
It's tough. It's tough.
Travis just followed, or somebody's listening.
I just unfollowed and followed him again.
That one was me just now.
Oh my god. We're gonna wrap this up. I have to back for a road trip.
Yeah, you do.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Bend, Oregon. Actually, I have to go down there for work.
Bend, Oregon. One of the top 5 favorite spots in the world for me is Bend.
Okay, Travis is gonna hype it up.
I have to hype the fuck out of Bend, Oregon.
Travis is gonna hype it up. I have to go there for work. I'm gonna be staying in a hotel for 11 days, which is.
Is it a Holiday Inn Express?
I think it's just one step up, like the Country Suites or something like that, just right above that. And I haven't stayed in a hotel for 11 days ever, so that's very weird. Before we get out of here, one quick question. What's the best Tribe song ever recorded?
Damn, Colin. Yo, you can't end the podcast like that. What are you doing?
That's not like a quick ending there. That's
What's the first one that comes to mind?
Right, this is a whole new podcast right now. What are you doing?
So I'm gonna take it back to one of the first records I think it's probably the first record I ever heard from Tribe. And it was so when I say I was a skater in the 90s, I did skateboard, but I was an aggressive rollerblader. So I was a rollerblader. Okay. And there was a series of VHS cassettes called Video Groove. And I want to say it was like Video Groove 1, which was BG1, and I heard Jazz. And so that particular record has there's a soft spot in my heart for Jazz. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay. Travis, what's the best Tribe song?
Check the rhyme. Let's go.
Neek.
Stress.
Okay.
Are you saying that the answer was stressful? Like it was a stressful question?
No, the song Stress. It's just the first one that comes to mind.
My second's Award Tour though. Award Tour would have to be my second.
Yeah.
See, I love Award Tour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Midnight or Award Tour.
I do like
Excursions.
See, okay, we're on a whole new podcast right now.
I don't know. There's too many songs. It's too good. I'm gonna just Stress.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I haven't
I'll
watched
just sing
yet.
a song and just stick
Have
with
you
it.
guys watched the Tribe documentary that what's his face did? Because I need to watch that. I have not watched that.
I haven't seen
That was
it.
great. I saw that shit in theaters. I was excited to see that one.
Shit.
Why can't I think of Dudu? I'm a stand-up comedy guy too. Why can't I think of the guy who like put that together?
It wasn't Dave,
The
was
fuck-
it? Who?
No, it was what's his face? The guy that rants. Why can't I think of his name? Oh my god.
I can't remember who.
Yeah,
it was so long ago.
Rappaport.
Yeah.
Rappaport.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport. That's who it was.
Yeah, Rappaport put
Yeah,
that.
that's a
shit
great
I
together.
love Michael Rappaport.
He's great. He's pretty great.
Yo, he got on Trump's ass.
He's so good. He's so good, man.
You
He just
fucking fuck.
Yeah. Just so perturbed, man. Just so disgusted and perturbed. I love it, man.
Yo. We're gonna end it there. We're
We
gonna
ended it there.
We're gonna end it there.
You sure you don't want to do a Tribe podcast right now? Tribe versus
can't.
Black Star.
Oh,
Let's
wait,
just start
hang
the
on,
show
hang on,
over,
hang
yeah.
on. Can I tell a really quick Black Star story?
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh.
So when I first started DJing in Atlantic City, I got the residency at a place called House of Blues Party Pit, and obviously House of Blues is a very famous concert venue.
Mhm.
And there was a House of Blues in the Showboat Casino in Atlantic City, and they opened a party pit outside of House of Blues called the House of Blues Party Pit, which had a DJ, table games, a dance floor, and then we had cover bands to play. And I got the residency there like when they first opened. So I was like the resident DJ there, but because I was a resident DJ there, I obviously became friends with a lot of the casino staff, the security, the executives. And during my DJ breaks, like when the bands were playing, whenever there was a big concert upstairs at the actual House of Blues, I would go up there and poke my head in. And I remember the night that Black Star performed, and I was like a Black Star fan. I love Black Star, and I was upstairs. The concert had already let in, so like there was nobody in line outside anymore, so it was just security out there. And I was up there rapping with a couple of my security friends, and not in our circle, but there was another security guy that was up there. There was like this older white guy. Like we're talking like probably, he was probably in his 60s, like an older white guy security guy. And fucking Talib walks in. He's late. Like the opening act's on. And Talib Kweli walks in the front, not the artist interest, comes up. Nobody's up there. It's me and security. Talib walks up and just walks like he's walking into the front door of House of Blues. And this security guard grips him up like he's just some random dude trying to come into the concert.
Ooh.
And like literally grips up Talib, and like the rest of the security like runs over, like no. But yeah, watching Talib Kweli get gripped up by an old white security guard was pretty funny. And Black Star.
Jeez.
Damn.
Right, Travis.
Ah,
All right, Travis, send us out.
what am I sending it out with?
I'll put it on you this time. Go ahead and send
That's
us out.
never happened.
Yeah, for real. Okay. Hey, guys, thank you for watching 505 Podcast. Shout out to everybody on Patreon. Shout out to our YouTube subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash the like. Click on the bell so that you know when to be notified. Is that how you say it? I'm trying to do the
I think
spiel
that's
here.
it.
I'm trying to do
That's
it.
I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. Yeah, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, 505 Podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Spotify. All your DSPs, actually. Are we getting on Tidal soon?
We're everywhere.
Oh, anyways,
Oh.
yo, make sure you guys also subscribe to DMS, Direct Music Service. Get all your music there, and we'll see you next week with who is next week again?
Cutso. We will have Cutso
That's
next
right.
week. The legend.
Cutso.
Nice.
And this will be coming out after February, correct? So yo, shout out to all my Black people out there. Black History Month. Props to the people. All right.
We
We're
are
out.
out. Everyone, wear your
Pack it up,
mask.
y'all.
Behave yourself. Pack it up. Thank you, Aiden Scott. We will see
Yeah.
y'all next week.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you.